Hey everyone, this is Dr. Jazz. Well, you know me as Dr. Jazz, but in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to just introduce Jasmine or Jazz to you.
Finally me. Yeah, only then I am free. I was blind, but now I can see. I'm finally me, walking in peace.
Started this journey at the beginning of this year as I'm getting ready to turn 50, asking some hard questions. Who am I? What am I about? And I realized that it has been an inward search. I've been so much in the public eye, professionally and publicly, but now I'm going private and personal to discover that little girl, or that adult woman who is now finally me, turning 50, and finally comfortable in my own skin. And I'm so excited about it. Not looking for acceptance from anyone, not looking for approval, but walking in the meanness of my life, the miracle me, the meaning of me, even the messy me. All of them has made me finally me. As I began this journey earlier this year, on my way to my 50th birthday, to get to the place where I'm finally me, one of the ways is I had to face my fear. I came to this country in 1995, and I've never attempted to become a citizen of the United States of America. And often people ask me, how come you've been living in this country, paying tax, pastoring churches? And really, honestly, it's because of fear. I was afraid that I would not pass the test. I was afraid of what I've always been afraid of, and that is rejection. And I did not even know that the fear of rejection not only tormented me personally, but even publicly. And so I didn't try some stuff, things that I knew that God had called me to do. He had challenged me to do. And fear can paralyze you. It paralyzed me for so many years. And this year, I decided to face my fear. And so I applied for my citizenship, 100 questions. I got 98 right. The only 2 I didn't get right is because I choose not to get them right, which was, who's the current president of the United States of America? And I said, President Barack Obama. And then they asked, who's the first lady? I said, Michelle Obama. And so I still passed. And on July the 4th, I became a citizen of the United States of America. Finally, me begins the journey of speaking to the little girl in me, saying, you are not fearful, but you are fearless. So many of you guys have heard of my first book entitled Dancing with Broken Bones. I often talk about that book because I think from the age of 14 to maybe 48, I have been dancing, living, preaching, teaching, pastoring with broken bones. 3 brokenness that took place in my life: the death of my mother, the death of my sister, and the death of a meaningful marriage after 4 years came to an end. For 45 years, or from 14 to 45, I've done everything I've done with some form of brokenness in my life. And at the beginning of this year, as I was getting ready to turn 50, October the 8th of 2017 of this year, I said, God, I don't want my second half of my year or the second half of my life to be the testimony of dancing with broken bones. I just want to dance. And you guys know I'm from Trinidad. Dancing is part of our culture. And I've done pretty well dancing with the brokenness, but I told God in my second 50, I just want to dance. And God answered my prayer in a strange way. The answer came in January of this year, 2017, while at First Baptist Church of Glenarden. Bishop Jakes always come the first week in January to do the New Year's Eve revival. I make sure I'm always there. And sure enough, on Friday, he preached a powerful word. But on Saturday morning, he does an empowerment session. And it always turns into impartation, powerful thing. And as he's going around and laying hands on people, he comes to me, doesn't lay hand, but he backs into me, put his back towards me with the mic. And he says these three words. He said, Jazz, repeat after me. I am enough. Repeat after me. I am enough. He said, repeat after me. I am enough. That was the beginning of the finally me. Because the question of am I enough has tormented me for so many years. Am I enough to make a difference in the world? Or do I have to add pieces to me? But that day, I walked into a spiritual consciousness, awareness, an awakening that Jasmin Sculark is enough. I don't have to be Dr. Jazz, don't have to be Pastor Jazz, don't have to be the Reverend Jazz, don't have to be Bishop Jazz, don't have to get another title, don't have to get another outfit, another car, a bigger church, a larger platform, because I am enough. And strangely or not, people always send me things in the mail. And a couple of weeks ago, somebody sent me this bracelet. I don't know who it came from. I don't know who they are. It's not a Louis Vuitton. It's not a David Yaman. It's not one of those expensive bracelets. Look at it, it's cheap. But look at the wording. It simply says, I am enough. And that's the second step to becoming finally me. I am who God says I am, and I am enough. And so the journey is to move in from the words of Dr. Walter Scott Thomas, from the professional, the public, to now the private and the personal. And one of the things that most people do not know about me is I am a sports fanatic. I don't just watch it, but I love it. And I picked up golfing, and this is my golf bag, and I picked up golfing a couple of years ago. In fact, it was when I was having one of the most painful time in my life. And a friend of mine, Guy Sly, said, you need a stress releaser. And he started teaching me to golf. Little did I know that golfing would be one of the tools, the mechanism that God would use to help me to walk into my finally me. Why do I love to golf? First of all, you know what golf stands for? Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. Really? Don't tell me I can't come on the golf course. I'm going on the golf course. That means I'm a barrier breaker. I love when people put up walls. I'm going to climb over that wall, knock that wall down, or some way, somehow. And so I love to just go out on the golf course and say, hi guys, hey gentlemen, yeah, make room. There's a lady on the golf course. But secondly, the reason why I love playing golf is because I'm from Trinidad. And little did I know, I love the outdoors, the nature. It is so peaceful. And God speaks to me, not through sermons on the golf course. He just speaks to Jasmine. And sometimes he reminds me, you're uniquely gifted and uniquely talented. I hope you have a place where you can go to unload before you overload, a place so you can go apart before you fall apart. If you don't, hey, why not take up golfing? One of the things that many people may not know, and if they don't, they live under a rock, and that is, I love to dance. I think I love to dance as much as I love to preach. So the preaching is Dr. Jazz, the dancing is Jasmin. Because I love to dance. I'm from Trinidad. Who in Trinidad don't dance? I think from my earliest experience, before I learned how to speak, I learned how to dance. And I have happy feet. And for many, many years, I've danced, whether in the pulpit, whether it's in the public, or in the private or the personal, with music or not. Because I think everybody comes into the world with rhythm, with music inside of them. And sometimes because of injury, because of failure, because of rejection, abandonment, we stop dancing, we stop having happy feet, we stop getting on the dance floor. And so I've been dancing, but I've been dancing with broken bones. And that's my first book, taken from Psalms 51 verse 7, where David says, allow me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones you have broken may dance again. And I've had brokenness in my life and still dance. But I told God, in my second half of my life, when I turn 50, there is no more brokenness. And so I challenged myself this year to get back on the dance floor. And I learned something about Christians. Christians have watered down dancing to fellowship. Ever been to one of those church parties? They call it a party, it's really a fellowship. Everybody's sitting around at a table, music is playing, and you know you want to dance, but you don't get up and dance. But at my party on October the 7th in downtown DC, it's not a fellowship, it is not a conference, it's a dance party. I'm having steel band, calypso, a DJ, soca, reggae. It's going to be popping, and woo, I'm telling you guys, you gotta be there because it's a dance party. Why am I doing that? Not just because I love to dance, because October the 7th is my coming out party. It's saying that it's wonderful to be Dr. Jazz, Pastor Jazz, but now let's be jazz, smooth jazz, jazzy jazz on the dance floor. It's been a journey. Some people get to finally me in their first 25. Some people get it in their 30s. Some people get it in their 40s. I just happened to get it in my 50s. And it's not when you get it, but it's making sure you get it. And my prayer for anybody out there is don't live life pretending to be anything that you're not, but to walk in who you have been totally equipped and empowered by the presence of God to be finally you. I am so excited about the next 50 years of my life. Not because of any preaching engagement, not because of any major platform, but because I get to live to be authentically who I was created to be. And I am finally